Today we are going to discuss about 9th August PAB news analysis. Three important newses are there. One is about National Public Procurement Conclave and another one is Ministry of Defence import embargo to boost indigenization of defence production, and third one KVIC's first silk training cum production center. We will discuss one by one. National Public Procurement Conclave NPPC by GEM. Fourth edition of the National Public Procurement Conclave inaugurated. The fourth edition of the National Public Procurement Conclave NPPC, organized by Government e-Marketplace in association with the Confederation of Indian Industry CII for 2 days, was inaugurated online by Shri Piyush Goyal, Union Commerce and Industry and Railway Minister today, to coincide with the anniversary of GEM Establishment Day. The theme of NPCC is Technology Enabled Government Procurement Towards Efficiency, Transparency and Inclusiveness. Lauding the success of GEM in becoming a game changer in the government procurement, Sri Goyal called upon more and more buyers and sellers to join the system, expressing the confidence that GEM will be able to unlock the value and save money for the national development. He said that it has helped in transparent, seamless, easy, efficient and faster procurements. Highlights. Some of the other highlights of NPPC 2020 includes virtual B2B and B2G meetings between government buyers and sellers, training and technical sessions on GEM features and new developments, a virtual GEM stall to resolve queries on the spot and facilitate registration of sellers and buyers, special session for services. The key features of this year's online conclave include a detailed overview of the enhanced version of GEM 4.0, followed by virtual panel sessions on role of MSMEs, startups, women entrepreneurs, weavers and artisans, information technology, defense and railway in public procurement. About GEM. GEM is an online marketplace that was launched in 2016. Its objective is to ensure that public procurement of goods and services in India done by government bodies worth more than 5 lakh crores annually is carried out through the online platform. It has been developed by Director General of Supplies and Disposal DGS&D with technical support of National E-Governance Division NEGD, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Benefits of GEM. One is transparency. GEM eliminates human interface in vendor registration, order placement and payment processing to a great extent. And efficiency. Direct purchase on GEM can be done in a matter of minutes. Third, secure and safe. GEM is a completely secure platform and all the documents on GEM are e-signed at various stages by the buyers and sellers. Savings to the government. The transparency, efficiency and ease of use of GEM portal has resulted in a substantial reduction in the price of GEM. Advantages of buyers and sellers. Buyers, rich listing of products for individual categories of goods and services, search, compare, select and buy facility, buying goods and services online as and when required, transparent and ease of buying, continuous vendor rating system, user-friendly dashboards for buying and monitoring supplies and payments, easy return policy. For sellers, direct access to all government departments, one-stop shop for marketing with minimal efforts, one-stop shop for bids, reverse auctions on product services, new product suggestion facility available to sellers, dynamic pricing, price can be changed based on market conditions, seller friendly dashboard for selling and monitoring of supplies and payments, consistent and uniform purchase procedures. Indian Railways will soon integrate its procurement process with GEM. The minister announced that the GEM and Indian Railways are working earnestly to integrate the latest procurement with the farmer. He said that the railway presently spend about Rs 70,000 crores per annum on procurements and the integration of the system with GEM will lead to saving of at least 10 to 15%, which is almost 10,000 crores. He said that besides savings of money, the integration will save efforts, manpower and bring in more efficiency and transparency in the system. And second important news is about Ministry of Defence import embargo to boost indigenization of defence production. It is biggest push from Ministry of Defence to Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, import embargo on 101 items beyond given timeless to timelines to boost indigenization of defense production. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his address to the nation on May 12, 2020, had given a clarion call for self-reliant India based on the five pillars: economy, infrastructure, system, demography, and demand, and announced a special economic package for self-reliant India called Atmanirbhar Bharat. Taking cue from that evocation, the Department of Military Affairs (DMA), Ministry of Defence (MOD), has prepared a list of 101 items for which there would be an embargo on the import beyond the timeline indicated against them, as indicated in the attached annexure. This is a big step towards self-reliance in defense. It also offers a great opportunity to the Indian defense industry to rise to the occasion to manufacture the items in the negative list by using their own design and development capabilities or adopting the technologies designed and developed by Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO) to meet the requirements of the armed forces in the coming years. The list is prepared by the MOD after several rounds of consultations with all the stakeholders: Army, Air Force, Navy, DRDO, Defense Public Sector Undertakings, Ordnance Factory Board, and private industries to assess current and future capabilities of the Indian industry for manufacturing various ammunition, weapons, platforms, equipments within India. Almost 260 schemes of such items were contracted by the TRI services at an approximate cost of 3.5 lakhs crores between April 2015 and August 2020. That has to be replaced by now with Indian companies. With the latest embargo on import of 101 items, it is estimated that contracts worth almost rupees 4 lakh crores will be placed upon the domestic industry within the next 5 to 7 years. Of these items, worth almost 1,30,000 crores each are anticipated for the Army and Air Force, while items worth almost 1,40,000 crores are anticipated by the Navy over the same period. The list of embargo items comprises of not just simple parts but also some high technology weapon systems like artillery guns, assault rifles, etc. The list also includes wheeled armored fighting vehicles (AFVs) with indicative import embargo date of December 2021, of which the Army is expected to contract almost 200 at an approximate cost of over rupees 5,000 crores. Similarly, the Navy is likely to place demands for submarines with indicative import embargo date of December 2021, of which it expects to contract about 6 at an approximate cost of almost 42,000 crores. For the Air Force, it is decided to enlist the Light Combat Aircraft LCA Mk-1A with an indicative embargo date of December 2020. Of these, 123 are anticipated at an approximate cost of over rupees 85,000 crores. In another relevant step, the MOD has bifurcated the capital procurement budget for 2021 between domestic and foreign capital procurement routes. A separate budget head has been created with an outlay of nearly 52,000 crores for domestic capital procurement in the current financial year. Third important news is KVIC's big push to Khadi and tourism in Arunachal Pradesh with the first silk training cum production center. The far-flung tribal villages of Chulia in Andhra Pradesh will soon be bustling with spinning and weaving activities, with Khadi and Village Industries Commission (KVIC) set to open the first of its kind training cum production center of silk in the state. Conceived just 6 months ago, the center will be launched in the first week of September. The KVIC has refurbished and converted a dilapidated school building into the training cum production center. The school building has been provided to KVIC by the Education Department of Arunachal Pradesh government. The training cum production center is the first of its kind facility in Arunachal Pradesh and a big boost to weaving activities in the entire region. The training of artisans and supporting the production of eri silk, which is indigenous to the northeastern states, will create local employment and sustainable development in the region. KVIC will also create an exclusive page on its online portal to market these products. The development assumes significance as the tribal population in Arunachal Pradesh, men and women alike, traditionally wear eri silk and khadi cotton clothes, which carries a deep significance to their egalitarian tribal society. However, the people of the state have to buy silk from outside markets, including those in Assam. KVIC has also planned design intervention by engaging professional design institutes like NIFT, Shillong, NID Jorhat, and even local designers in Arunachal to develop new designs to suit the modern taste of tribal. IAC also aims to connect the center with the tourist visiting zero tourist spot and thus providing an assured market to the local artisans for their products. The production center will be equipped to cater to the market demand. For the initial period, KVIC will also provide raw materials and expenditures on training and wages and the cost of developing the prototypes of new designs. Thanks for watching IABS IAS Academy's YouTube channel. Please subscribe the channel for our daily PIB AER Hindu news analysis. Thank you.